Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 132, Backdoor Capability. In this week's episode, just like every other podcast, loot boxes are discussed.
We had to go there, buddies.
JfG Ash wins the game.
He did it.
JfG Alex is a dickhead.
Hello.
There's a new mini console out there. And finally, you can get on Street Beat on our website now.
JfGpodcast.co.uk. Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 132. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how you doing this week?
Hey buddy, yeah, as always, I am good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go on, buddy. Bit more chirpier this week because I've had some sleep, which has been nice.
Well, always lovely. Always
only
lovely.
one night in the past 7, but you know, baby steps and all. It's been, yeah, it's getting there. Not so down. A little less boozing. I had one night where I didn't drink.
Oh my god!
I know.
You're a shining beacon to us all, my friend. I can't even imagine such a thing.
You know. Yeah, it's been all right this week. I've been busy. I've been busy doing more website stuff. Working on our website. Because we have one. I thought I'm going to plug it straight away. Fuck it, why not? The JfG Podcast.co.uk. If you ever want to go there, there's a website there.
That's where you'll find it.
There's things on there. Mainly our show.
Shows on there.
I've included some jQuery JavaScripting on there now. We've got a parallax image now, which is nice. Got some little pop-ups, not the annoying ones. A little bit annoying though. Got a little bit of an annoying pop-up on there now.
You got to though, really. I mean, any website worth its salt, buddy, has to have a little annoying pop-up. Just a little one.
Pop-up. Yeah, we've got like fade-ins and stuff as you scroll down. Lovely animations. But the main thing that I've added now, got a little contact section on there where it'll email us. If you want to contact us through email, you can do it through there. We've got a little about section, which I haven't proofread yet, because that's what you're going to be doing at some point, because I can't be asked.
Roger.
But the main section, the main event, this is what the pop-up's for. We now have a Street Beat section on the website.
Oh my shit. Fuck the towel in many ways, buddy. That's incredible news. I can't believe it.
And the Street Beat section is where you can post your thoughts. Whatever you want. Just do it. Just get on the show. Street Beat. You know the song.
We want to know.
We want to know. Hit us up, be on the show. So yeah, you can just pop a little comment in there. And that page is just going to get filled up with millions of comments now. You know, whatever. But apparently you have to be logged in to post a comment. I'll fix that by the time this goes out. Because I haven't got a login section yet. I mean, I can log into it. But yeah, I just have to untick a box. And all you do...
I've always been a bit of a fan of like, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah, let us know. But you give us all your details.
You literally can't.
You can't do it, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well.
If you like us, then... Please leave.
Please leave. I've changed that as well. Yeah. Please leave a comment in Street Beat with a nice little.
It's looking cracking, buddy. You got some nice showbiz font for the title of the page.
I'm
there
a big
as well.
fan of the showbiz font. That's freestyle script, I think it's called.
Freestyle. Well,
yeah.
Rock the microphone in many ways, buddy.
Yeah. Boom Funk MC is one of my favourite songs. Got a little thing that says live every Wednesday with a link to the YouTube channel, choo-choo. Thinking about putting our Discord channel on there. I might see if we get any takers. Who knows? Who cares? Not me, anyway.
It all sounds lovely. It sounds wonderful, frankly. And you're a credit to us, buddy, with the work you're putting in there.
Well, I've been learning lots of extra stuff because I think I've mentioned on it before how I'm making like a a front end web design like tutorial website at the moment, just as like a portfolio for me. So I've been using some of the techniques and skills that I've learned in that to. I thought, you know what, I'll go back and jazz up the site because it was a bit drapesy, a bit weary, a bit shit. Some might say. Who knows?
He's given it a zhuzh. He's zhuzhed it up.
I mean, Ad Yummy said it was nice. I think that's what he said anyway.
He did say it was nice.
So yeah, now it's a bit nicer. And
lovely.
I've integrated like the WordPress widgets so you can like search for key phrases or words. So if you want to search for patio chat, you could probably find all the episodes just with patio chatting.
Or Lord, if you want to find out where Lord is. We should probably just have a big picture of Lord and a link when you click on her face to
indeed
the Lord website. I'd imagine, as she is an official sponsor of the JfG podcast.
Massive, big old sponsor.
Unofficially speaking, of course.
And the official section she sponsors is actually Patio Chat, which I believe we need to go there right now, buddy.
Oh my god!
Welcome to Patio Chat with your favorite hosts, JfG Ash, JfG Alex. Patio all the time.
Take it away, buddy. I'm very excited.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
So I've been told countless times after watching Game of Thrones. And, winter time means, you can't get out in the garden. You got to put all the kids' toys away. You got to direct. Is that the opposite of erect? Direct?
It definitely is.
I think so. I need to direct the trampoline. So, I was out in the garden this week, giving it a nice cutting the grass, picking up some leaves.
Nice.
Cutting
autumnal.
Cutting down next door's horrible elm tree. I don't know if they want me to do it, but I do it every year because I hate that thing, and it just engulfs my over the fence kind of thing, one of them bad boys. So I'm like, I'm going to cut that back.
Well, you got a tradition now. If they were to suddenly come knocking now,
7 years later, they'd be like, why have you done this for 7 years? I'm like, well, I didn't think you had a problem with it,
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. Oh, yeah. I got directed the trampoline and put all the kids' toys away, really. And, just cleaned it up. And I was like, wow, this is a really nice, large area when there's not a trampoline, right, covering it all up. But, hey ho. So, I think that might be Patio Chat done for the year. You're going to have to wait for the springtime to get that back in. But who knows?
It's a seasonal section. It always has been, buddy.
I know.
I dream and both long for the day when I can direct things on my patio, buddy. But until then, I'll live vicariously through you.
Is it unerect? I literally don't know what the opposite of erect is. Is there an opposite of erect?
I don't think there is.
A direct. Known now as, and for always, direct. There we go.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is an opposite.
Well. You're welcome, world.
Yeah.
So other stuff I did. I went to Goose Fair, buddy. Which is...
explain this.
I believe I do this every year. But I will, once again, this time I linked to a nice little fact and history of Goose Fair. It's one of the longest running fairs in history, and its home is in Nottingham, obviously. Indeed, Goose Fair goes back so far that no one knows for sure exactly how it got its name. People believe the myth, the legend, is because it was some sort of market where people would bring geese from Lincolnshire.
The name seems entirely reasonable, considering that's the case.
Well, apparently the fair was originally held in September on St. Matthew's Day, whenever that is. Who knows? But it got moved to early October in 1752. Groundbreaking stuff, this here. Goose Fair has not run continuously, as it was cancelled due to the plague in 1646. I understand that. And also,
I think that's fair.
Yeah, and also during the 2 world wars, it was cancelled.
Yeah,
Apart from
that seems reasonable as well.
Fucking solid running, you know. You can't knock it. And then blah blah blah. It goes on for 4 days now instead of, I think it was 8. And there's something about cheese. I'm sure I read something about cheese. Yeah. Although it is known for its rides and games now, Goose Fair started as a trades event and enjoyed a reputation for its high quality cheese.
Shit, man. That sounds like my sort of fair.
Exactly. You know. So yeah, I went to Goose Fair. There was all kinds of rides. One on the Saturday, obviously. Friday night game night, aka get shit hammered night.
Got to be done.
It wasn't a great time to be hungover. Going on some of these rickety rides.
And you've done this. You have done this before.
I've been known for this.
Yeah,
previously.
It's kind of your forte is to get a real rager of a hangover and then go on a roller coaster. That's kind of your jam.
I do like it. So yeah, Goose Fair. It was good. It was fun. I had some sort of there was like a hog roast there, so I had like a pulled pork and apple and stuffing baguette sandwich thing, which was fucking it was bang tidy, mate. Bang tidy. It was beautiful. Really enjoyed it, actually. It was cool. What else have I done this week? Been playing the one true game, the only game, the one game to rule them all. I'm trying to think of other film references with one in. There can only be one Highlander, I guess.
Yeah.
And been playing some Destiny 2, rocking it with the dads big time this week.
Oh, he's well into the clan now.
Mate, I feel like I'm part of the clan now. I've been, swinging my dick about, getting involved in the chat channels. But yeah, no, I've met some like really, really nice guys actually on there and had a whale of a time. But I will talk about Destiny 2, obviously, in what we've been playing. One thing that listeners will be happy about, though, because next week I won't be just talking about Destiny 2. I've bought another game, buddy. I've won the game of buying games this week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
Look at him.
I know. Stepping out of my comfort zone, I felt safe with my one true game. And now, I've gone and bought another one. And that game is Cuphead on the PC, buddy.
Oh, that is exciting news, man.
I'm very excited. Very aroused.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, man. It was one of those games that we saw, 2 years ago? Something like that.
Easily, yeah.
And it was jaw-droppingly, awesome.
It's just amazing to look at. Yeah,
totally. And I was like, it's out now. And I was like, I could buy it, but, will I play it? And I don't know that answer yet, but I've bought it. And therefore, I will play it at least once, maybe twice. So hopefully I'll have a bit to say about that next week. I have, just opened it up and gone through, the tutorial and stuff like that. But nothing really to come back at now. I haven't really, give it my all yet.
Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you get on with that, and you can fill us in properly on that next week.
I will fill you in. Don't you worry. Yeah. So yeah, buddy, it's been a good week. It's been busy. Been doing shit and stuff.
Shit and stuff.
Yeah, shit and stuff. But yeah, that's about my week done. Apart from playing, like I said, loads of Destiny. So what have you been up to this week, buddy? What have you been doing, huh?
I've been playing the guitar again, buddy, for the first time in a couple of years.
Not the jazz flute.
Not the jazz flute. No, not the bongos or the. I was going to say Catherine wheel. I don't know how you'd play a Catherine wheel. I only know that it would be dangerous.
It on fire and
be incredibly dangerous to play it. Yeah. No. I've been playing guitar. Picked up the guitar again. Anyone who has any sort of history of playing guitar will know that the first few weeks are pretty painful playing the guitar.
Getting that hand back in action.
Yeah, you're gonna get your hardened bits of skin on the end of your fingers. That needs to come back, and it's on its way. But
nice.
Holy shit. how incredibly painful. But yeah, I've been playing some guitar, buddy,
Nice.
and gives me an excellent excuse, I think, to possibly record some new jingles. I'm off
That's a
work
good
next
shout.
week.
That's a good shout. I need some tasty licks, buddy.
Yeah, man. So expect some new jingles coming your way. Yeah, I'm off work next week, and so is the missus. We're having like an activities week.
Ooh, nice.
So all manner of things, buddy, like cinema and bowling and go-karting and stuff.
That just sounds like loads of fun.
We're basically going on a stag do, me and the missus. That's what we're
Nice.
doing. But I'll talk about that next time round, and I'm sure I'll have plenty to say.
Yeah.
What else? Went to Tunbridge, not to be confused with Tunbridge Wells, which, by the way, buddy, was voted the 5th nicest place to live in the UK in the recent poll.
What, Tunbridge
this
or
week.
Tunbridge Wells?
Tunbridge Wells.
Oh, okay.
My
cool.
town,
Yeah.
number 5, buddy, on the list.
Number 5, eh?
Number 5. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Mumbo, number 5.
you can't argue with that. You can't argue with it. It's it's a high rating.
I mean, to be honest, I never got the census for this, so I mean, it's null and void in my book because I didn't vote.
Well, that seems reasonable, buddy. Yeah, it's always in there and about. It's the spa towns, buddy. Leamington Spa in there as well.
Leamington Spa, I've been there.
Bath, which has a spa.
Bath
of
has
course.
a spa, Bath Spa, yeah, been there.
But yeah, so no, went to Tunbridge, which is like a shit version of this town. It's like being in Medway again. So it's not as bad as that. That's actually, I'd like to immediately retract
He's
that and
retracting
apologise to
that
the people of
statement,
Tunbridge. It's Medway-esque. It's got a bit of pikey about it, buddy.
Nice,
That's
I like
what
it.
will
I like it.
say.
I love a good bit of pikey.
But it's also got a castle, but then so's Rochester, and that is still a shithole. So you know, what can you say? But Tunbridge is a fair to middling shithole rather than a horrible shithole.
That's always nice. So, what were we doing there, buddy? What were you doing there?
We were having a mooch, buddy. I went for a meal in a Turkish restaurant there. Got some aldanas and a collection of rice and some salad. Went to the castle, and there was an amateur art exhibition, which is
Amateur art,
literally the most pointless thing that I've
sounds
ever heard of.
Fucking brilliant, yeah.
Just people having a go, and then
Just anyone. Could have been
know.
kids.
Yeah,
I could have sent my son down. Do some
Yeah.
art. You're an amateur
could have been
artist.
anything, mate.
Yeah.
Could have been like a dog just like pouring away on there.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrible. Walked around that for a bit. I was my favourite picture was a picture of a fjord, buddy. Of course,
Obviously.
always nice to see a well-crafted fjord. So there was that, and then watched the England game, which was a huge mistake, of course, as it so often is.
Yeah, I skipped them.
I only wish I'd done the same, but
I literally just forgot they were on.
yeah, well.
That's how noteworthy they are to me.
You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. So yeah, other than that, buddy, just been continuing our watching of The Good Place.
Oh, The Good Place. I still haven't watched it.
It's fucking cool.
I watched that Big Mouth, that new cartoon series on Netflix about kids going through puberty. Yeah, because Funk was asking about this in our chat and stuff. And yeah, it's all right. Worth a watch. It was one of them programs that I just put on when I'm about to go to sleep. I'm like, I want something light-humoured and simple. And then, yeah, it did the job. It was quite funny, actually.
Oh, fair enough, buddy. I might have to have a little goosey of that.
Yeah, worth a little go. I mean, it's very not. I don't want to say try-hardy, but it tries hard.
I'll cast my eyes over this and have a little look. Sounds cheeky.
Gibbons.
So that's about me, buddy. I'll have plenty of interesting things to talk about next week, I'm sure. But
Can't wait.
for the time being, anyway, I suppose just before we head in, it only remains for me to say, what are you drinking this evening, buddy?
Well, this evening, Matthew, I will be drinking William Bass & Co. brewed since 1777 premium ale Bass.
Bass Ale.
I love Bass. It's the one with the red triangle. They also do the Shandy Bass, obviously.
I think they had something resembling that in Fuggles Beer Cafe. There's one in Tunbridge as well as Tunbridge Wells, buddy.
I really like draft bass is fucking. It's really really nice actually. It's a smooth ale, tasty.
Freaking sweet as the punch. I had in there. I had Campus something. Campus. It was a Pilsner.
Pilsner.
Yeah, it was an old school Pilsner.
I mean, do we go into the discussion of what a Pilsner is? I mean, do we care that much?
We don't head into the... No, we don't. Especially when I'm drinking Kronenberg, buddy. Which unfortunately is what I'm drinking.
Ask, hey, buddy, you could do a lot worse like I did with Carling. That was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I think we discussed it before.
That whole night, like after drinking just like 2 cans of that, I had serious heartburn. I was like, this is the worst. Never again.
It's a terrible beer.
Yeah, bad. Awful. Yeah.
Should come with... I was going to say it should come with a health warning. It should come with more health warnings.
It should just not be... It should just not exist.
It just shouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that cheap.
Kronenberg's your default standard shit lager.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And Beck's as well. I don't mind Beck's. That's cool.
Beck's is all right.
Beck's is
yeah. Well, anyway, let's head in. Let's head in, buddy. Let's have a chat about what we've been playing, shall we? Do you want to kick things off, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. Tried to play, obviously, Ghost Recon. What's Ghost War? Is it?
Yeah,
called?
Ghost Recon Wildpants Ghost War. Casper edition.
I mainly like it when the title of the game has the same word twice in it. So Ghost Recon, Ghost War.
Yeah.
Ghost Town, Ghost...
It's in no way cumbersome, that. It's it rolls off the tongue beautifully. It's not a shit name at all.
No. And unfortunately, that wasn't working yesterday.
No.
Not very much.
You'll remember Funk asking what they could possibly do to fuck that up, and the answer is not turn the servers on, the answer to that one.
They took a leaf out of Destiny's book there.
They went for it, yeah.
Actually, this Tuesday, the reset for Destiny, no downtime, from what I remember.
I did notice that. Now I don't really want to play that game anymore. It's not going offline at all.
I love it. So it's great. Good news for me. A guy that continues to pump hours into this game. Oh, and have I pumped more hours into this, buddy?
What have you been up to this week, B?
Oh, I'm so close to that 300 now, mate. I've got my hunter. He's up to level 11. Like he's slowly going through the story campaign. But the 2 big dogs, the warlock and the titan. The warlock's sitting at a hefty 296 right now, with the titan a tasty 294. Just a little bit behind him. I've still got a couple of nightfalls to do this week as well. And at the moment, Iron Banner is on. If people don't know what Iron Banner is. It's a multiplayer mode in Crucible. Previously in Destiny 1, this was one of the only modes that actually took your power/light level into account. So if you had the highest light level, you had an advantage over anyone that was obviously lower light level. But in Destiny 2, seeing as they're going for more of a casual market, I guess it looks like the casual hardcore like myself. They've done away with that, and a lot of people have been angered at this due to, like, what's the point? It's just another, it's just multiplayer, but no different whatsoever. And to be honest, it is. Just kind of like the faction rally. Like, there wasn't really any substance to it. It was cool because, it gave you more items and armor and stuff to chase, which is nice, which is, I'm cool with doing that. It added, like, some different gameplay mechanics in there. I mean, for Iron Banner, the only difference that I can see is there's like a different commentator, or like he just says a few different words. Which at first I was like, that's nice. They've made a bit of change there. But yeah, I've racked up, I don't know, I only played it for like a few hours yesterday and ended up with quite a few tokens. So yeah, I'm going to cash that shit in. I really want to get the Titan armor because it looks like awesome. Like, it's got wolves on your arms and shit. I'm like,
oh, nice.
I love that shit. but yeah, played it with like two guys out of the Dad's clan, and yeah, we just had a really, really good time. It was cool. Apart from that, yeah, it's Destiny 2 still, mate. Nothing new, well, apart from what I've just said.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think even being like a big hardcore fan like you were coming into it with like masses of excitement, I don't think even you thought you were going to get as much enjoyment out of the
really
Crucible
didn't.
as you have been.
I like,
that's pretty cool,
seriously,
isn't it?
I was talking to one of the guys playing Iron Banner yesterday, and I was like, yeah, the thing that has surprised me most in Destiny 1, I couldn't get on with the Crucible at all, but I'm absolutely fucking loving it. And he was like, yeah, I totally agree. It was awesome. And yeah, I've now that I know that it doesn't matter what power level you are, I'm just literally looking at my gear, looking at like my weapons and being like, right, what is the best like loadout for me? So like for my Warlock, I run Arc, which is like lightning power. So on all my armor, all I'm looking for is stuff that will reduce my like cooldown for arc grenades or reduce cooldowns for arc abilities and things like that, or something that will give me more like resilience, which is like I can take more damage. And then on the weapons, I'm looking at like perks like move quicker whilst aiming down sight and things like that. And obviously if I'm using like a rocket launcher, like the biggest blast radius I can find, because obviously I'm not going to hit him, I'm going to aim for his feet, and then hopefully
it's done, buddy. It's
boom.
the 90s shoot away,
exactly.
So.
And oh mate, I love it. I love like because in the Crucible, like you don't have like power ammo for your rocket launcher or sniper rifles or whatever. You have to go and pick it up, and it only spawns every like minute or 2 minutes or something. So when you get that, you've got 2 rockets, and you think, shit, I need to make this count. And yeah, it's like I've really, really enjoyed like the multiplayer aspect of it, and teaming up with guys from the clan, or even just playing on my own. Like I'm still enjoying it, because I've worked out like how to play this game online now, which is cool.
It's fucking sweet, man. Yeah, that just very surprised that it's a real pleasant surprise that you found like a whole facet of the game that you're really enjoying that you didn't expect to, on top of everything else. So.
And I know I keep going on about like the Dad's clan, Dad's of Destiny. I should probably say the actual clan. It's Dad's of Destiny UK PS4. There you go. And I don't think I would have got that much enjoyment out of this game without those guys, to be honest. So big thank you to, if any of them are listening, big thank you to them.
Fucking sweet, man. Very cool. Man.
So apart from that, all the other stuff that we played was, or that I played was with you, really. So what have you been up to, buddy? Can see there's a little word here, some kind of completion town maybe that you've been to.
Yeah, I've entered completion town this week, buddy. You all know that me and the missus have been going around again on the Uncharted games, and I have this week, or we have, I suppose, this week completed Uncharted 2. I say I suppose because she didn't really play any of the last, 2 hours of this. Because it was fucking horrible and shit. And
it gets a bit weird.
It was shit.
Yeah.
The end of that game is shit. And it's not just shit because the story's so weak. Although that is terrible, as you say. It's just like die, rinse, repeat, die, bullet sponge after bullet sponge.
It's the worst parts of Uncharted.
You move from one room that you've just cleared into another one. 25 enemies spawn. You have to take them all out gradually. Move into the next room and do the same. Like, it's not. I don't know what they were thinking. I think, to be honest, it feels to me like they were just trying to extend the play length of the thing, because
totally.
It's not fun. It isn't fun. And by the end of it, I was actually shouting at it. And that doesn't happen very often these days.
Are you worried about this aspect of these games going into the next... oh, God, what's the zombie one called? I had it in my head just now.
Last of Us.
That's it. I was thinking Left 4 Dead, but yeah, Last of Us 2. Do you reckon they're going to try and stay away from that kind of a lot more? Or do you reckon they're just going to keep it there?
I mean, The Last of Us didn't really suffer from these sorts of situations. It had stealth areas that you had to clear, but that was more suited to that made more sense in the context of that game anyway, because it was a sort of stealth combat game.
But they still did have these instances within the game. There wasn't a lot, not compared to Uncharted, but, you know, do you reckon we might see more of them? Or do you reckon we're going to have more, like, open world for...
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I now recognise that what I want isn't necessarily what the main target audience wants. I've tipped probably out of the middle
want loot
main
boxes, buddy. That's what they want. Shiny
the main demographic age range of games at this point. I would imagine I've just wandered out of the top of it, and as such, I'm probably not representative of what most people who pick the games up want. Maybe, I don't know if that's fair or not.
Possibly,
What I do know is I don't want an open world on these sorts of games. I think Naughty Dog's strengths are the way that they create your experience and funnel you through in interesting ways and tell a really good story. And the only reason that they can tell such a strong story is because of how tightly curated it is, how you're funneled. I just don't think it works otherwise. I
totally agree with you on there. These games should stay like that.
Yeah, everything doesn't need to go open world and then have to have fucking 500 fetch quests to fill the thing up. Like, you don't need to do that. No. There's a place for... I don't know. I prefer it like that. I hope The Last of Us 2 is in the same vein as the first one.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have some interesting bits in there, but the mood that they captured with that game is completely unparalleled, and if they're going to get there anywhere near that again, then it can't be too gimmicky, and you can't have too many of these weird firefights. So yeah, totally with you. I really hope that they don't cross that line.
Yeah, totally.
But Uncharted 2, like, from what was an excellent beginning section, really just got so annoyed by the end of it that it really soured the experience, which is weird. I mean, I've completed that thing twice before, but there was just something about this time, having got a little bit older and played through several games that probably do this sort of combat much, much better. It was just too much. I was just like, this is stupid. This isn't fun. And I kind of saw it for what it was, which is...
I know what you're saying.
You know. So we've started 3. We've started Uncharted 3. Because we're thirsty for more, buddy.
You just can't get enough of that, you know, run and gun kind of shit.
Yeah, and the thing that people... I remember when the games first came out, the purists didn't like the third one. They said it was too much like quirk, bells and whistles, like stupid set pieces and flashbacks and this, that and the other. So far, this game's so awesome. Like, it started so strong, and I'd forgotten how clever that intro was, where they go into the pub and you're introduced to a new character, that Cutter guy, and he's a really good character, like probably much better than most of the characters in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
It's far more, like, you can see going into that, we're about 2 hours in, and you can see what they've sat down and they've gone, right, this is going to be a film. Like, this is going to be a movie. Like, this is going to be a really exciting, enjoyable movie. It's going to like pump along quickly. We're not going to get bogged down anywhere. The locations, they're flying all over the place. It's like a greatest hits, and we're really, really enjoying it. So yeah, it's very cool, man. And really just enjoying playing through these games again, even though 2 kind of outstayed its welcome at the end there. I'm a sucker for these sorts of games, man. Ever since Tomb Raider in like 1995.
Yeah.
I've always loved third-person like action adventure games. They're probably my favourite genre, and yeah, in terms of outside of the realms of sports, I suppose, and racing and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I digress. It's cool. It's very, very good. Whether we'll actually like go back into 4 again at the end, I'm not sure. I think actually we're probably going to head into the Witcher town after Uncharted 3. That's our next port of call. So I'm excited about that, buddy, because I still only ever got like 2/3 of the way through that game. So that's going to be good.
Yeah, man.
Elsewhere, Gran Turismo Sport demo is a 4-day demo. It's a timed demo.
No, I need to play it. I really need to play it.
Me too, because because the demo's 46 gigs in size.
It's big.
They even released it so that you could pre-download before the demo launched, as if it was like a proper game. So it went live on the 9th. You could download it from the 7th, and it's now, what day is it? We're on the 11th, and every time I fired it up, the servers were down.
Oh no!
A 4-day timed demo. They've put it out.
They'll extend it.
The servers are down, and you cannot play anything unless you are connected. You can load into the menu, and it will show you all the modes, including single-player arcade mode. But you can't play it unless you're connected to the servers, and they're having server problems for their 4-day timed demo.
Bodes well for the release. Whenever is it? Next week or something?
So disappointing because, you know, excellent performance in the closed beta, and I was really excited to play that demo because it's so slick. Like, it's got...
Well, yeah, you can properly go to town on this game now, because obviously you're just talking about the beta, not the beta, you're talking about the demo that you've played.
Just about the demo. Just about the demo. No, people have got on to this. The servers have been working sporadically, so there's footage of it online and everything now.
Yeah.
It's just a really slick Gran Turismo game. It reminds me of like Gran Turismo 2 and Gran Turismo 3. It's got that same look, but obviously it's really high def. It looks really nice. It drives really nice. It's like a perfect balance. It feels like Gotham. It really feels like Gotham. It's cool and a really nice selection of cars. Excellent graphically, and the way that it's put together in terms of the menus and everything, and the music, it's just got this mood to it that Gran Turismo always had, with this sort of cool, like, loungy jazz and like amazing, like, vistas with cars parked up and everything, all interesting modes. They've absolutely fucked it with this demo. Quite how much damage this is going to do, I don't really know, because you've got to bear in mind, these are the last out the gate in a series of driving game releases that have all reviewed well. So they needed to nobble this, and they just haven't. I'll have another go tomorrow, I guess. But I would hope that they'll extend it or something. They need to do something. They haven't even acknowledged the problems on their Twitter and their Facebook and everything. So, pretty shitty, buddy. But yeah, haven't played it. Haven't because I couldn't.
That's such a shame.
Gibbons.
Such a shame. We'll see if it's working tomorrow. Maybe we'll jump on again.
It'd be nice. It would be nice.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, well.
And finally from me, buddy, been playing PES, obviously. PES Master League. Really, like, balls deep in that now. And I've been kind of hovering around the playoffs with Fulham for the whole of the season. And I've just got a little kind of spurt at the end here where I've won like 5 in a row. Yeah. And I've actually climbed up into third. And I've got a sniff at an automatic and a sniff at the league itself, because
he's thinking he's big Billy Big Balls or whatever.
There's 5 games to go in the league, and I'm third behind Aston Villa and Sheffield Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, man. Well, they're up there in real life as well, so I guess they got it right.
Lies.
But, I think I'm 3 points behind Wednesday and 4 points behind Villa with 5 games to go. I've got a better goal difference as well, though. So
you need that. You need that goal difference if it's going to be tweaked.
It's hard. Like, it's such a tough game. They can move the ball around so quickly, and you can any wrong move on the difficulty that I'm playing on, and they'll just pop a ball over the top and just fuck you. It's all over. Yeah, beginner, mate. Yeah,
that's what I'm playing
on. Button.
Ah, mate, I missed the one button on FIFA. That was ace. Or was it 2 buttons? I think it was 2.
I think it was, was it 1 or 2? It was just
pass and shoot. And that's it.
Fucking like that. I do like that. So
simple.
By the time the next podcast comes around, then you will discover my fate.
Oh, next time on PES Master League.
So then we just got a couple of things that we played together very briefly, buddy. PES co-op again, this time with the Funk. We were going to do that straight after last week's show, which we did.
Oh, we did.
Since played it another couple of times.
Yeah, we have.
And it's awesome.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good. I know it's just football games, but this year's one just feels better. You know, it plays nicer, you know, and that's all you want, really. I mean, looks-wise, looks the same. Like, it looks fine because, you know, we're watching it from a distance. We're not seeing the faces right in there, and yeah, it's all right, you know. But just being able to I think Konami have really gone out on like the whole co-op thing this year, which I don't know if FIFA do that. I don't know. Whereas but for PES, this is a massive step forward. I think because you know it's got matchmaking, where you know team play matchmaking. Who'd have thought it? 2017.
Imagine. Yeah.
Team play matchmaking.
There it is. Brand new mode. Yeah, you're right. They have been going in on this. Like they brought the role control thing in about 2 years ago, which was where you could have 3 players playing. This was only local that you could do this, but you could have 1 player controlling the defense, 1 player controlling the midfield, and 1 player controlling the attack. And they've been kind of playing around with that ever since. But it just works so well. The 3, it's just the right number of players to
have an inning and stuff.
Yeah, because you don't have too many players dragged out of position, and the gameplay is really smooth, and it's just it's an absolute joy. It's an absolute pleasure to play this game, and
it's just a shame they haven't. Like, I'm guessing next year they'll introduce it where you can have 11 on 11. I'm guessing.
I would have thought so, because it's been able to do it for like 4 years. And
but it's just that whole
you can make a room.
Yeah,
but the idea of making a room for 22 people and sitting in it until it's full
is just
and then waiting for all of those fuckers
shit
to ready up, it's just stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, you want that matchmaking facility on there. And the best feature on the new PES is just... You're sitting on the main menu, your buddy's setting up the game. You haven't got to do anything. You just got to wait, and he's like, yeah, room's ready. You just press that L3 button, and boom. There it is.
Yeah, no staring at a page with just a picture of grass on it for over a minute. No delving into its many stupid fucking retard menus.
Yeah.
Just L3 and in you come.
Yeah, and they've done a cracking job on this year's PES, I must say. And when I've given up on Destiny 2 until the DLC kicks in, whenever it is, November, December sometime, then I think I'm going to have to crack on with some sort of Master League, do a season. I don't know who I'm going to be yet, though. We'll see.
Yeah, decisions to make, buddy. This year, it's far more realistic with the budget. So the old game, you just couldn't. If you played as like a championship side, your budget was like 4 million.
Nice.
You just couldn't raise any funds. But this year, I think my starting budget was about 20 million, 15 million, something like that, which is realistic for the championship at this point. And then I went ahead and sold like 15 squad players, so I was like a skeleton crew. And I actually had a transfer kitty of 35 mil.
Oh, that's quite good.
So I was able to actually bring in like some really talented players, and it was just more fun, because in the old game, like as realistic as it was for you to be a bit of a shit team for that first year, you were kind of waiting until like 2 or 3 summers in before you actually had a budget where you could bring in players you wanted. So
yeah.
Very good this year. Very good.
Gibbons, buddy. So the last game that we have played this week, there was some sort of beta going on for a Star Wars game that has been out for a very long time, and that's Battlefront 2, buddy.
Yeah. Battlefront 2, buddy. Battlefront 2. Yeah.
Fuck this game.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I was like, when the first one came out, I was like, yes, Star Wars, woo! I love Star Wars. I mean, if you don't like Star Wars, I don't like you, kind of thing, you know. I've grown up with it all my life, and yeah, it's awesome. It's a great franchise. I've played many Star Wars games in the past and enjoyed a good majority of them. I'm trying to think of my favourite one. That fucking Command one. Commando? Something Commando? I don't know. Anyway, that one was ace. And I I've always felt like a nice connection with the game due to it being Star Wars. Even with the first Battlefront, I was like, cool, I'm a stormtrooper, I'm gonna fuck shit up, like, I'm gonna shoot all over the place, you know, stormtrooper realism simulator, that's me, you know, I'm never gonna hit the target, I'm gonna shoot around and then die constantly. That's what I do. And, you know, I enjoyed that game. It was like more of an arcadey kind of first-person shooter. It looked gorgeous, but that connection was there with that game. This beta, I was just like, what is this? Why? I don't care about this. What's going on? I don't know. It just wasn't there. No, it just didn't click for me, buddy.
Doesn't it feel soulless?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It does.
It's got no heart to it. And what the fuck is going on with the menu system? I didn't know whether it was arsehole or breakfast. I didn't know what was going on.
Don't. And the fact that you couldn't fucking team up with your mates and stuff, that's probably server side issues. Who knows? But fucking clown shoes, mate.
I just didn't. It did not click with me one bit, and I jumped back in and I played another sort of hour.
Yeah.
With numpties, and I just wasn't enjoying it at all. No. I don't know what to say. I was quietly confident that we'd really like this.
I know, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, beta's coming up, I was like, I'm not going to get excited over this because, you know, from what I've looked at it, it doesn't. It's not exciting me, but secretly I was like, yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, especially with the new movie out this year as well.
Exactly,
like,
you know.
It's kind of exciting, get on the hype train, but...
Yeah. No. You know I love that hype train.
Gibbons.
But yeah, just no, and then, you know, finding out about all the loot boxes and shit in it as well.
And we will get into that later on in the show.
I can't wait, buddy. I can't wait. It's a hot topic at the moment, isn't it? The old loot crates and whatnot.
Yeah, it really is. And as such, we can't really ignore it.
No, we have to talk about it in some form, manner, or whatever. Because, you know, that's what we're here for. We're here to inform everyone about all these shenanigans and whatnot's going on.
That's a full-blown gibbon, buddy.
We're going to direct this situation.
I believe so, because we are the unexpectables after all.
Unexpectables, yeah, indeed. Gibbons.
Nice. Well, unless you've got anything else.
I must say, the what was the name? Super Dust Fucker Sucker?
Big Fucker Dust Sucker 2000.
Fucking that thing's amazing. That is it's so good. I'm just like, I whip it out, just do the job, pop it back in. No messing, mate.
No mess and no messing.
That's got the JfG Ash approval of Hoover's.
There you go.
The highest accolade.
Recommended products. Non-game related recommended products.
Yeah, definitely, buddy. Definitely.
One other little thing to mention. My PS Plus ran out and I didn't even notice because of our family sharing setup.
Don't worry, I got you covered, buddy, for the next year and a bit.
Cheers, buddy.
You don't worry.
There you go. Probably pull the trigger if anything comes up on PS Plus that I would actually want, like, on my account, on the off chance. But
maybe, yeah.
That doesn't seem to happen too often, so... yeah. Off we go then. Let's head off into the next bit.
Gibbons.
And now it's time for the news.
Fucking news. All right.
Number one. There's a new update coming to Warframe on the PC next week, buddy.
Ooh, Warframe,
which a lot of people are really mad over. A lot of people say it's like the only good free-to-play game. Presumably people who haven't played Orcs Must Die.
Obviously haven't played Orcs Must Die. Obviously.
But yeah, including our friendly neighbourhood JJ, who I know is a big fan of old Warframe.
Huge fan.
And this is the new expansion for Warframe, free of course, free-to-play game. Not going to charge for DLC, although it's not out of the realms of possibility, buddy, for the industry to go that way. This
True.
is the Plains of Eidolon, and it's notable because it's a massive, like, open world expansion.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I mean, I was looking at some footage earlier, and it just looks cool. It just made me want to download Warframe again. Obviously, this isn't content that's available on consoles
it's
just
just coming
yet.
to PC, isn't it? Yeah.
It'll get there, though, won't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many, like, when Destiny 2 came out and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, like, this is just Warframe, but shit kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I played Warframe. I'm not too sure about that, but, you know, Warframe on PC is, I believe, a bit of a different game compared to the PS4 version and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, it, like you say, from what I've seen of this, it looks very, very cool. Very cool indeed.
It does. It just looks awesome. Honestly, like, I was so impressed with the trailer, and obviously it looks pristine as well because it's running on high-end PC.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if the console version does actually ever catch up.
You would think so.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
I've been tempted to go back a few times because it was.
I think I've got it installed again.
It was in real early stages of development when we first played it. So.
Yeah, that was a good few years ago as well, wasn't it? Now.
Yeah, it was probably 2014, maybe.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Well, something to think about anyway.
Yeah, man, definitely looks cool.
Gibbons. Number 2, the latest Pro Evolution Soccer update crops Neymar out of the Barcelona staff. He's basically been removed from all of the... This sounds stupid, but I would imagine that this is at Barcelona's request rather
that would
than
make sense.
Konami's decision making.
Because, you know, it's their image, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, they're an official sponsor of PES.
PES, yeah.
They're kind of like a partner, global partner or whatever. And the Neymar business, you know, wasn't a good time for Barcelona. So they don't
I didn't even know anything about that until like the other night when we played it, and I was like, Neymar's at PSG or whatever. I was like, he's like, yeah, he bought himself. I was like,
just bought himself out of his
had
contract.
Had to do some research into that. I was just like, can you do that?
I didn't know you could either.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? You got the money. Just, nah, fuck this. I'm out. See you later.
Yeah.
Have some fucking awesome. Wow. Well, there you go. That clearly shows you that they're getting paid way too much money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand Barcelona wanting him gone out of the stuff there. Obviously, Konami would be more than happy to keep a picture of Neymar in their game because he's one of the most famous footballers on earth. But
kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Either way, there you go. In other news, they've now partnered Konami, PES, whatever. They've now partnered with Arsenal. So they've snapped up another
one team at a time, mate. I tell you,
they're taking them down.
Poking it, yeah, they'll get them. They get them all, don't you? It's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all, buddy.
It's Konami are playing Pokemon with the Premier League. It's beautiful. So they're going to be down at the Emirates next week, buddy, doing full 3D scanning of the whole of the Emirates Stadium.
This is just good news.
It's great, isn't it?
This is good news.
Yeah. So Arsenal's official kits, if you haven't installed your patch or whatever, Arsenal will be fully officially licensed with they're doing all of the faces, like new face scans for all the players.
Wow, cool.
So yeah, they're really putting the time in by the sounds of it, and
get fucking Ozil's googly eyes in there.
Yeah, it's just more free content for us, buddy, and another stadium to play in. So
very good, very very good news.
Fair play. I wonder if Konami will eventually end up just being those PES guys. Like, they got their pachinko machines, and then their little plaything is just PES. We'll just chuck that out every year.
See, they're using the pachinko money to slowly get all these Premier League teams into
to attack EA.
Yeah.
That was the global strategy all along.
They're like, we've got this, guys.
They sat down in a meeting in like 2008, and they were like,
people will think we're fucking mental, but in the long run, we will win.
Who's the bitch now?
Exactly, buddy.
Beautiful. Well, fair play to them. Go for it. Weird. Good stuff. Next from me, buddy. New content coming to GTA 5, which, frankly, it needs it, because...
I mean, I'm just so bored of like the lack of content in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it'd still be nice if there was another like single player campaign, but you know,
Yeah.
I can let it go now, and I'll just wait for Red Dead 2.
Gibbons, buddy. Full-blown Gibbons. This is a nice one, though. I do like the sound of this.
Okay.
May encourage me to jump back in. We've got multi-vehicle races coming to GTA Online. So this will be multi-vehicle, multi-route tracks where...
like a triathlon.
Like a boat can race, a plane can race a car.
Okay. Wow, that sounds really interesting.
Which, again... I do wonder how reactive Rockstar are. I feel like sometimes they look at the release schedule and they just decide to punk other companies.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Because, if I'm not mistaken, the Crew 2 is on the horizon.
The Crew 2's out in December, I believe.
And I believe
January.
is that not a multi-vehicle racing game?
Multi-vehicle racing game. Thing.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Either way, this is another free update. It sounds really interesting. There's other stuff coming as well, including a full like plane versus plane dogfighting mode of some description as well. They just keep adding to it, and I don't know. I mean, just
they're making
mental.
so much money out of their microtransactions. They're fine, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
they're making so much money out of their completely like inobtrusive microtransactions.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well.
There you go.
Interesting. There we go. Next, the SNES Mini has already been hacked.
Yeah, it has.
It has. A group called Hackchi have hacked it and made it very public what they've done and very simple instructions on how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Just installs via a USB. NeoGAF's got a full guide if you want to do it yourself. And then
there you go.
You can just pop ROMs on a USB and play those on the SNES Mini via the official controllers,
which is nice.
Which is nice. It's almost a reason to keep one if you had one, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. Have you thought any more about this conundrum now? I mean, you can have any SNES game you want on there now, I guess. You want to go that way?
Yeah, it is an interesting development.
You could just buy a Raspberry Pi.
You could, or
have the same thing.
Or I could just get the 4 gig USB stick out of the cupboard and put like 200 SNES games on there. And,
you could just do that.
Well, much to ponder.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. It's like, I've been thinking about the Raspberry Pi thing again. I'm just like, well, do I need it? Obviously, I don't fucking need it. I don't need anything, but do I want it? And the thing, and will I use it if I do? I just don't know. The thing I like about the Raspberry Pi is obviously you can put all kinds of emulators on there. But then again, I've got a PC, I've got a tablet. Fuck, I could use anything on anything these days. It's too much choice now, buddy. It's just silly.
Yeah, you can have whatever you like.
Yeah,
it's a video game equivalent of firing up Spotify, realizing you can listen to any song ever recorded,
and
not knowing what.
Nothing. Yeah.
Can happen.
But yeah, that didn't take fucking long. I'm still waiting for the Switch to get hacked before I buy one, I think.
Yeah.
I think when that gets hacked, I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
That's gonna happen.
I know it's terrible, but those fucking Switch game prices are just fucking insane.
Are they really high then? I thought they were like 35 or something like that.
No, they're like 60 quid.
Really?
Don't you remember I mentioned about whatchamacallit? What's the crime one that Rockstar made?
Oh, LA Noire being yeah.
And the most expensive version is on
Yeah.
the Switch. It's just like why?
Mental.
Yeah, you can get you just have to look out for deals for them, but the recommended retail price is astronomical, buddy. I think it's like 55, 56 quid or something. And you're just like, I don't want to pay that for a fucking Nintendo game, which is terrible way of looking at it. But no.
No.
Well,
the beauty of this, of course, is that, there's not really anything Nintendo can do about it. It's not like they can chuck a patch out to, to stop this from being a possibility anymore.
They can't really upgrade the firmware or anything, can they?
They can't do fucking nothing, mate.
Nah,
so
what are they going to do about it? They don't care. They've made so much money off those things anyway.
They've made their dollar bills.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Fair play. But you're right. There is a lot of choice now. Long for the days of the old technology, perhaps, buddy.
Indeed.
Speaking of,
you noticed? While we're talking about like emulators and stuff, like, did you know that there's like a PS3 emulator like being made?
Really?
I did not really know this, but yeah, I saw like in the news this week, like that they've just added like 4K like up-resing to it, and it looks fucking amazing.
I was about to ask what the point was of it, but you just answered it first.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Wii U emulator as well. That's got like 4K up-resing and stuff like that. And if you've ever seen any of the, was it the new Zelda running on that thing, it looks fucking amazing. And like they've modded the shit out of it. So like there's been like stupid videos of like Woody from Toy Story as fucking Link and stuff like that. And so like he's got like a hang glider thing. So like Woody jumps off a cliff, gets out his hang glider, and his hang glider is Buzz.
Fucking hell.
It's I'll have to find it. I'll send it to you later. But yeah, it's well good.
Nice.
It is funny. Yeah. Sorry, they're totally off. Well, not off topic, but yeah.
No, it's fine. That's really interesting to know. Like,
yeah, man.
Big emulator, big thing now.
Yeah,
well, it was always a big
crazy
thing, but normally it was like you had to wait 3 generations before they nobbled the like.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems to be kind of speeding up somewhat, but much to ponder in that regard. Of course, we don't recommend that you pirate anything, ROMs or otherwise. But
no, unless you own them or whatever. Is that the way it works? I never know.
I don't think it's ever legal, but
no, but it's very widespread.
It certainly is. What can you do? What can you do, buddy?
It's not down to me. I'm just
it's not my fault.
I'm just stupid. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just ill-informed.
Yeah,
uneducated,
a
dickhead. That's me. Speaking of old shit, buddy,
put that in the pod title.
PJ here
is a dickhead. Oh, PJ, yeah.
PJ's not a dickhead.
No. Wow.
Well, PJ says, I'm not having it that Tamagotchi is a game console.
Okay.
But it is a great name, and there is no way to top it with a legitimate answer. Closing the stable door after the horse has bolted there. Funk says, yeah, fuck off, is it a console? Put that on the blog, probably. So some console news now, buddy, because you may or may not have realised that Tamagotchi's 20 in November. 20 years old.
20 years ago. Where was I? I don't know.
I'd have been... At this point, I don't know. But I would have been at school.
Would have been at school.
Secondary school. I'd have been year 8.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, 20-year anniversary, buddy. They're celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the Tamagotchi with a new run of Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi console.
I presume that the plural of Tamagotchi is Tamagotchi, so that's what I've gone with there. Yeah, they're bringing out some new ones. They're going to be like 15 quid. The only difference between them and the old ones is that they're smaller. So
good news.
Fine. And yeah, there you go. Tamagotchi. They're just the same as the old ones. Are
you going to get one? See if you can keep it longer than 7. See if the curse is lifted.
I'm interested to see if 20 years on, and with all of the technology that we have now, if kids will see a Tamagotchi at this point in time and be like,
fuck off.
I don't know. Like,
I'm going to get one for my son.
Just as a test.
Yeah, I'll
See
get
if
one
they
for,
like it.
I'm going to get one for Christmas for him.
Yeah.
Be like, there you go.
Or do they think it's
I mean,
just shit?
Santa is going to get him one for Christmas.
Yeah. I just want to know if the Ute of today, buddy, thinks Tamagotchis are shit, or if they completely embrace it.
I reckon like 12-year-olds, which were what we were when these things came out, would be like, fuck off. This is bollocks. I've got my phone,
Your
tablet,
iPhone.
smartwatch,
Yeah.
whatever, all kinds of fucking shit that like parents... mate, I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be well expensive. I think I'm just going to tell my son to fucking do one or get a job.
At 12.
But yeah, at 12.
Yeah.
Like, you want a phone contract for £40 a month? Jog on, mate. You having a fucking laugh? No chance. Anyway.
I think you're right. I think like 6, 7, 8-year-olds.
Yeah, so like my son's 7, so I think right now like he'd probably really like enjoy it for a week.
Because it's
But
not
that's
got
all you
anything to
need.
do with
7.
the tech. It's just the novelty of looking after something, isn't it? That was what it always was. Naming it and then looking after it. I don't know.
Cunt chops.
It'd be interesting. Either way, limited run. I think that's quite nice that they're doing that. So if you want to buy that particular console, buddy, then you can for $14.99.
So is this like, you know, how we've had the NES Mini, the SNES Mini? Is this the Tamagotchi Mini?
Yeah, well, everyone's cashing in, aren't they? But I think benefit of the doubt, because it's the 20-year anniversary. So I think maybe fair enough.
I'll allow it on that front.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
I'll fucking give it to him.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. I think it's probably time to hand over to you for
Already.
of course, my favourite section. By some distance, by some margin, actually, buddy. It is, of course, the one and only. Just stalling for you here a little bit, buddy, so you can get your notes.
That's cool. I'm
up.
ready. I'm there.
Ash's News favourite things of the week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News favorite thing of the week.
Cheers, buddy. Few things this week. Fucking not a lot, actually. I had the Arsenal thing, which was a nice little tidbit. I've got another thing that we're going to talk about in the next section, so I'll get rid of that one. Right, here we go. Some news favourite things coming out here. Pugba, the old PlayerUnknown's Battleground, has passed 2 million concurrent players.
Oh my god, really?
No shit, son. That is unbelievable. Incrediblibs.
That's ridiculous.
So Dota 2 was the previous best at like 1.3 million.
Yeah.
This is fucked. Like when it broke that mark like a while ago, we were just like, wow, that's insane for this game. A game still in early access, by the way. 2 million people at one time playing this early access game. 2,016,498 players.
When does this end? I thought that it'd start dropping off by now.
When that Xbox One X and this launches on Xbox One, if they could like get those numbers as well into the Steam figures, we're talking fucking insanium numbers.
That's madness.
I don't know. Like
Crossplay's not off the table there either, by the way, because it's Microsoft rather than Sony.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Fucking. I just don't know when this is going to stop getting bigger and bigger. I don't know.
It's got to be one of the
greatest,
greatest gaming achievements of all time, isn't it?
Seriously,
it really has to be up there now.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't know. Anyway, next, buddy. Wildpants having a free weekend this weekend to mark the release of their game that I think's working now. So I mean, if you're listening to this live, good news for you because you've got that news now for the weekend. But if it goes out on Sunday, unlucky, you missed it.
Just
you blew
missed
your
it.
chance.
Almost made it.
Destiny 2 news. I forgot to mention this. With the release of Iron Banner this week, there's also a new PvP map, which is nice. And I have played it. I don't really like it that much.
Oh, really?
It's an odd one. It's not really close quarters. It's not really long range. It's like a mixture of the two. And like it's set in like a kind of horseshoe. That's the one. Kind of shape. And yeah, no, I couldn't really get on with it. It was a bit too open in certain areas and stuff like that. But yeah, no. Always nice for new stuff, buddy.
Yeah, you know, some
Always
people
nice
will like it, and it's free shit. You got to love that.
Exactly, buddy. Final bit of news right now, buddy. PES 2018, great game. Destiny 2, great game. You know, they're in the top charts right now, but you know, if you go over to Japan, they're not number one. Do you know what game is number one? Fucking everybody's golf.
Oh, wow.
They are crazy over there, buddy. They are. I mean, I don't understand the games they play, the type of women they like to masturbate over. I mean, it
cultural differences
me.
there.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know. Mate, I'm just obviously ill-informed. I guess.
I played that beta.
Yeah, I played the beta as well.
It was weird.
What was that all about?
Well, it was like
open world golf.
Yeah, it was like golf crossed with like Fantasy Star Online or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what was going on.
No.
I did a little swim in the lake.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not golf.
No.
Got me go-kart. No, golf buggy. Whatever it is. Had a little scoot about. That was nice. Took me fucking ages to realise how to play golf in that game.
The golf bit was really poor, I thought.
It was very like 90s golf game. Which wasn't great.
No.
No.
Would you ever be tempted by that if it was like 15 quid or something?
I don't think so, no.
What about The Last Guardian? It's $14.99 in the store at the moment.
Wow, that came out of nowhere, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know, £10? Yeah, I'd buy it for a tenner, I think.
I think it's 15 on the store at the moment.
You say that's not £10.
Yeah. It might be one that me and the missus fancy a little burn through, but
okay, well, yeah. I mean, if we want to do it, I'll do it, mate. I'm not going to hold back.
We went into Game at the weekend, and it was in there for no, it was CX. Sorry, it was in there secondhand $17.99. The missus was like, "Oh, we kind of wanted to play that, didn't we?" And I was like, "Oh, let me just get on the store." Fucking $14.99 on the store, or £3 more for a used disc-based version from CEX. I mean,
that's what you want, really, isn't
Stupid. Anyway, sorry, I've really kind of taken us off topic there.
That's okay. I'm drastically trying to go back through our chat because I'm sure there was I got a picture of the Everybody's Golf beta, and it was just something fucking absolutely ridiculous, like the phrasing of it, but I can't even remember. I'm back in July now. It's got to be around here somewhere. How old was it when we played the beta of that game? Jesus.
It was May.
Okay, so I'm nearly there. July.
It was like...
Oh, I found the pictures
26th of May. When the beta started.
The old game night. Oh, GTA, something about GTA. Oh, Halo 3 popping in there, little picture of Halo 3. Vegas 2 popping in there, Project Gotham from 4. That must have been the old thingy game night.
Yeah, retro game night.
Retro game night was good times.
It was.
Get in there. We're back to June now. Just found the picture that you popped in of someone's anus. On what's the game? The T-shirt battle.
Oh yeah. On Jackbox.
Yeah. Oh man, seriously. I mean, maybe I dreamt this. I can always cut this. There we go. I'm hitting May now. Oh, teapots. I've hit the teapot.
Teapot Island.
Oh, this is nice having a little reminisce right now. Oh, there. I got a par on on one of the courses. I chipped it in, buddy, and I leveled up my Backdoor.
Very tasty indeed.
Yep. I'll save that picture. Maybe I'll tweet that out. Yeah, leveled up the Backdoor there.
Nice. Yeah. You're gonna want to level up that Backdoor, buddy.
Yeah. This club's backdoor capacity. Oh no, is it capacity?
Backdoor capacity.
capability has increased.
Even then,
Backdoor capacity is increased.
yeah, you get 2 or 3 in there now, no problem.
Bit of DVDA, mate. Yeah.
Gibbons.
All about it. Right, yeah. Anyway, there you go, buddy. I'll edit that down so it doesn't take me an hour to find that picture.
It was worth the wait for backdoor
buddy,
capability.
Yeah. Gibbons. Right. So there you go, buddy. That's my news favourite things of this week.
Well, thank you very much, buddy. That was your news. That was my news as well, of course, and that was the news. And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So what have we got this week, buddy? In our up, down, left, right, yin, yang, north, south, east, west, erected, directed. It's in there now. Fonz or Phoenix, buddy?
It's big old Phoenix here, buddy, and we won't dwell because I think everyone on Earth related to games in any way is currently talking about this. But I did want to bring up very briefly, and we have a Fonz or Phoenix, the perfect section to put it in.
Love it.
The explosion of loot crates that is currently affecting the industry.
Great. I love them.
All of these have been here for ages, but lines are being crossed here, and this is how it starts. This is how they fuck you. Is that they do this for a bit. Everyone gets numb to it, and then they push on a little bit further, take the piss a little bit more. And that's what's been happening, and we've just reached this point where there's suddenly outrage when there should have been ages ago. And no doubt that'll die down and become very numb, and then they'll do something else even more fucking terrible. But outrage. Loot crate news, buddy, in this week's Phoenix. With Microsoft backtracking on the new VIP mode in Forza 7, this is where you could pay to be a VIP member for Forza 7, which in itself is fucking stupid. But what that got you was double points. So in all of your races, you got double points, and obviously you use points to buy cars and that sort of thing. And in the previous iterations of Forza, that was a mainstay. Obviously, you buy like a special edition of a game to get a perk. That's not going to be a consumable. That's not going to run out. You've paid that money for that perk to be the twat with the crown, or whatever. And then this time round, they released that game, and it was a consumable. It ran out after X amount of time. You could use it for so many hours. The fact that there was outrage on that when there were all these problems with cars behind paywalls and loot crates and so on and so forth, like, that's a testament to how fucking pathetic and terrible a situation we're now in with the AAA games industry. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, when really people should have been fucking shouting from the rooftops many, many times.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, that was that. And then the Shadow of War. I'm not even going to talk about Shadow of War because I'm fucking sick of it, and it can die in a fire.
Fuck that game.
But it was completely its release is going to be completely overshadowed by terrible reports of this, that, and the other. And the latest piece of news, as the reviews finally hit, and this certainly crosses an interesting line. Apparently, the final chapter, the final cutscene, and the credits for Shadow of War require you to do something, right? And the thing that you need to do is not explained in the start of the game or the mid game, and by the time you get to the end game, you may not have done it. It's something like maintaining, like, getting certain relationships with like 20 orc warriors or whatever. Anyway, the only way to do that is to grind fuck out of this game. We're talking hours and hours and hours of grinding.
I know about this. I'm a pro seasoned veteran at grinding games now.
Or, of course, you can pay. You can pay and buy loot crates to to unlock these perks, although of course it's a gambling system because you
Obviously.
can't buy what you want.
No,
you have
you
to
can't buy what you want. You have to-
blindly, just
The big slot
gambling.
machine. Yeah, just pull
Gambling
that wheel,
simulator
whatever
for
it is.
children from Warner
Like
Brothers
it.
and
Nice,
Microsoft
nice.
and
Yep,
so
been
on.
in. Yeah.
So yeah, buy the fucking loot boxes and you might see the end credits of the game that you've bought for £65. So that's where we are with Shadow of War.
Just go on YouTube.
Yeah, probably, buddy. And so on to EA, buddy, because heaven forbid they be left out.
Good times.
The massive issues with EA and DICE's Battlefront 2, buddy.
Oh, is it back?
It's Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's going on here, buddy? What's crack-a-lacking? Why are we going to give him a beatdown?
I can do this very simply, buddy. I'll just say this. All special abilities and weapons, so all unlockables in terms of special abilities and weapons.
Everything
is in a loot box. Nothing can be unlocked normally. Purchased.
Not through progress.
No.
Well, not through natural progression.
No. All you get with progress is points to unlock loot boxes.
Yeah, okay.
So,
but you can spend money. I
you
guess,
can spend
to
money
get
on
these-
loot boxes, buddy, and then maybe
actual
you'll
money.
unlock a gun. Yeah.
Maybe a gun.
Yeah, it's
Who
just
knows?
it's giving the consumer a chance because their time is precious, buddy.
You know, they might not have the time to put in
No.
to play the game that they've already bought.
So it's nice
know.
to give them the option to bypass the grind so that they can see
Definitely.
all of the content there first, buddy, when otherwise they might miss out on it.
They might, I mean, yeah, totally. They might
You don't
not
have to
get
spend the
together.
money.
You don't have to. It's your choice.
It's your
in
decision.
your hands.
So yeah, you can't unlock any guns on Battlefront 2 without opening a loot box and finding one in there randomly. And to do that, you'll have to grind for currency or, of course, open your fucking wallet and buy crates on the off chance that you'll get a gun. And that's where we are. That's where we are. That's the AAA games industry, buddy.
Fucking, what a bunch of cunts.
It's getting worse.
It is getting worse. I mean, I thought Destiny was quite bad with its shaders and stuff like that.
I mean, they look like absolutely
they look like
saintly
fucking
in
amazing
comparison.
now, mate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, woo!
But then
I
that's
backed
how
the
it.
right
This is how it happens.
horse.
Is
I know.
Bungie looking good for doing something
I
shitty
know.
because other
Yeah.
people are bigger cunts than they are.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So bad.
Fucking absolutely insane. And one of the news favourite things that I had this week was Assassin's Creed is going to have loot crates as well, buddy.
Of course, yeah.
But, you know, hey, they're the good guys because all the stuff is bought with in-game currency instead of actual money. But then I was thinking, I wonder if you can buy in-game currency with actual money. I don't know if you can or not. But, you know, that would be the loophole for them looking good, but, you know, actually bunch of cunts. Just saying. Hashtag.
Well, I think that they may have taken a leaf out of Turn 10 and Microsoft's book, buddy.
Yeah.
As in release Forza with everything in place for a microtransaction model,
Yes. Okay,
but no store available to purchase
you can't
the credit,
access that.
and then chuck it in after all the reviews have come out.
That's a good option.
So perhaps
I like
they'll
it.
go down that road, buddy. And in that news, nothing yet from Turn 10, but you'll be the first to know, buddies, when they monetize that game, like they're definitely going to in the coming weeks.
We might have another Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, maybe we'll give them. We'll save one specially for them.
We'll save a special one. So yeah, fucking like I mean, it's been done to death this week in countless podcasts and news articles and things like that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, great. I don't have to buy them, but they shouldn't be there. If they are there, it shouldn't be like a barrier between like, oh, this guy's spent 100 quid on them, I've spent nothing, and he's got a massive advantage in the actual game. That is fucking stupid. That is absolutely insane. It's just... yeah, sorry. It's just fucking... Yeah, I just can't because it's just so bad.
It's a miserable winter, you know, because all we're talking about is the mechanics of fucking you on video games like this. And we're in a situation where the schedule doesn't look great either. But these games are the only ones we've got to buy. And just this bullshit, just this absolute bullshit. It just makes me want to, well, I've said it before.
Play loads of Destiny. That's all I
stay back again and avoid it all. It's,
there's that.
Sad times, anyway.
Just play Warframe, mate.
Yeah, just play that. It's absolutely riddled with microtransactions, which is completely fair enough because they didn't charge you for the game in the first place.
Indeed.
Yeah. And
if that game is really good, I will chuck some money at it.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what happens when you make a really good game.
Indeed. That's how you do it right. So yeah,
Gibbons.
A cheeky old Phoenix there for, well, anyone who fancies it, frankly. They're all coming out the woodwork. Microsoft, Turn 10, Warner Brothers, EA, DICE, Ubisoft on the horizon.
Sure, Activision will be there.
Get stuck in, buddy, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Epic. Get that. There we go. And now it's time for Out This Week.
That's out this week, buddy. What have we got? Have we got any little delights, any treats for us? Or anything we might want to purchase? Who knows?
It's a good old mixture this week, buddy. First of all, I'd like to say that this first game is coming out allegedly. I won't believe it until I see copies of it in a shop.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
What
game's that, buddy?
South Park The Fractured Butthole is out this week on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. It's a cool-looking South Park game, which I am convinced we will purchase the first time it goes into a decent sale.
That is a full-blown fucking gibbon. I'm not buying it at full price due to spitting my dummy out over the debacle that was this game last year.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, like, I pre-ordered it, and then it was coming out in, like, March, then May, and then who knows when. I mean, the only reason that I pre-ordered that game was to get, Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth, that's it. And to play it on the PS4, because I enjoyed it on PC. I only got about halfway, three-quarters of the way through, and I was like, I really enjoyed it. It's a game that I'd like to play to the finish, and I think you should experience it as well. So yeah, we did that, and in the end, because we had the pre-order for so long, they ended up cancelling the pre-order and just giving me the game to keep. So that was nice. Got a free game there. But no, because of the lack of news and everything about this game and what the fuck was going on, I'm sticking to my guns and being like, fuck you, South Park. Probably won't even get a shout for Game of the Year this year because, I don't know, it might go in a sale around Christmas time, possibly.
Yeah.
I could possibly see it going in a sale around Christmas time. But by then, I think it's too late to play that game for, you know, be able to put enough hours into it to say something for Game of the Year kind of thing. It might be in there. Who knows? Yeah,
it could go into the sale. We're kind of heading, you know, any later than this, and
then we're not really gonna. But then again, we do. If you remember the original Battlefront, that went in a sale around Christmas time. Also, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we picked that up in a sale around Christmas time as well.
And this is a lower budget game as well. So.
Exactly, it could quite easily pop in there. You never know.
Well, that'd be nice because I do want to play it, but it did. It's
a game that I will definitely buy and play, but I'm not paying full price for it just because of the shenanigans, buddy.
Gibbons, full blown. So there's that. This week we also have LX, which is ELEX. Which is a sci-fi RPG coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Hard to tell what this is all about, but from very brief footage and screenshots, kind of looks like they're going for a sort of sci-fi Witcher Fallout type thing.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
It does look quite nice, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it might be worth a punt, and I'd imagine that's going to be a lower priced game as well. So, worth a look, perhaps.
Yeah, let's see what happens with that. It could be interesting. See what the reviews come out as, yeah.
That's Gibbons, buddy. That's a Gibbons. We also have Rogue Trooper Redux, which is a very old game, Rogue Trooper. I feel like I did play this.
Okay.
Many, many moons ago.
Any idea on how many moons ago?
Well, I think it was like mid-2000s, so it would have been like PS2. I think I remember seeing it on like an old Xbox, like an original Xbox. But yeah, either way, it was that sort of era where you had really competent animation but very limited textures. I think a lot of the original Xbox games kind of had that sort of look about them where they're just very, very pixely, not pixely, sorry, polygonal is the word that I'm looking for. Everything is kind of very smooth because they couldn't really texture it because it had shit itself. But this was kind of like a sort of Halo-esque kind of affair. And could be worth a look. It'd be interesting to see what they've done to it, but I'm interested to see, and I'm sure again it'd be a cheaper release. It could be worth a look.
It's one to keep an eye on. I'm not sold by it because obviously
it's pretty like ropey looking game.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's a Redux or whatever you want to call it, isn't it? So
we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see what it turns out like. Might be all right.
We also have Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition on the PS4, the Vita, the Wii U, and the Switch. This is a
Vita.
Pretty cool, retro-y, arcadey sort of shmup game, which I meant to play when it first came out, but never really got around to it. Bullet hell elements and really sort of retro, old school kind of looking game. But just looked so beautifully crafted that it was kind of compelling and rich, buddy. So there we go.
I just don't think that I can play these types of games anymore. I don't know why.
Well,
I just don't know. I don't know if I've got it in me anymore to do it. I just don't know.
It's far removed from where we are now.
Exactly. That's the problem. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I need to find but there's certain games that I enjoyed playing, like SteamWorld Dig and stuff like that. That kind of the way it looks, but I don't know. Maybe it's like the 2D like adventure, like actiony adventure games that because a lot of those games in the past, in like that era where they were so popular, they were just so fucking hard.
They were rock hard.
Maybe that just immediately is so off-putting to me nowadays.
You remember back. Just
especially how games are so easy now, in a way. You know, like you have so many save points and all kinds of things now to help you along the way. Whereas like these types of games back then were fucking brutal.
They were, and they had to be because they were short. So yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I mean I've got Cuphead, not really putting that in the same boat as Axiom Verge, but you know, we'll see how I get on with that, I guess, and then I don't know, maybe.
Worth a look, perhaps.
Indeed.
Also this week, WWE 2K18 on PC, PS4, Xbox One. That is a sweaty man fighting game, buddy.
Maybe this year I'll buy a WWE game. Like, I keep talking about it. Like at least once a year, I'll be like, I want a wrestling game.
Yeah, I don't think you want this one.
No, I don't think I want this one or any of them, really.
Nope. GT Sport this week, buddy, on PS4. It's a Broom car game. Broom. It's probably going to be really good when it works.
Really nice. Looks really, really nice.
I want this probably, but at the same time, no, it's a little reckless because I've got plenty to get stuck into, but I still want it anyway because it's a racing game and I've got a racing wheel and I want to play the game, buddy. So,
there you go. It's especially with your racing wheel, holder or whatever it's called. Yeah,
it's so easy. I just grab it from behind the sofa and I'm away. It's
I definitely I will invest in one of them at some point.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I bet it's a hell of a lot more comfortable as well than just having it attached to a desk.
You can get the angle right and you can move it so that you can kind of get set up quite nicely and the pedals don't move and everything's kind of nice and rigid and stuck, and then you can just flatten it and chuck it behind something and forget about it. So
yeah. No, I'll pick one up at some point.
They are good, but it was hard to swallow because they're like a ton. And
yeah,
like,
that's the main.
Spending £100 on a piece of metal is, had to be done though. So
Gibbons, it did.
Yeah, we'll see how we get on with this. I don't know whether we'll buy this straight away or try and resist for a while. We'll see. Also this week, we've got Cities Skylines Green Cities, which is a big expansion for Cities Skylines, which is another game that I'd quite like to buy.
It's been in the sale, I think, already. It's
going to go low, though.
20, it's sub 20, I think, and I'll jump on that.
15 quid and we're away.
It's what SimCity should have been.
Yes.
Very, very fun city builder, and I'd spent countless hours in multiple SimCities in my life and other sim games. Mainly, a big one, Sim Golf,
Absolute stonker, that one, buddy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But big old expansion. Shame it's just for the PC at the moment, but I'm guessing it will get ported over once again at some point.
Yeah, it'll get there, I'm sure. And of course, worth remembering, the PS4 and Xbox versions have all of the content anyway. So
yes, they do.
Obviously not this, but yeah, all the old stuff.
Indeed.
And finally out this week, buddy, Siberia with a Y, which is coming to the Switch. It was delayed on the Switch. It's already out on other systems. It looks awful and reviewed poorly. It's just an awful looking. I can't get past the fact that the lead protagonist looks like Lara Croft. She just does.
Seriously, and it looks like a lot of the gameplay is fairly similar to worse.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate looking thing, and I'm surprised it's coming to Switch.
Well, maybe it'll sell well on there. There's not many games.
Blend in with the other shit on there, mate. Ooh. So yeah, there you go, buddy. That's out this week. A veritable smorgasbord of titles there, buddy. So there you go.
Nice.
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions, buddy?
The Funk's got a few bits for us. Firstly, he says, Wildpants servers been down all day, ... Clown shoes.
Clown shoes, indeed.
That was yesterday. Agreed. When it launched in inverted commas, as in didn't fucking launch.
Yeah.
PJ was kind of keeping an eye on it throughout the evening as well. He said the ultimate Panda Watch, waiting to get into the lobbies to play Lobby Watch. It's true. Ooh. Very true. But yeah.
The fourth wall.
Funk did finally get on for some Wildpants today and had a little report for us. He said this: been playing some Wildpants with numpties, and it never fails to amaze me how much of a total bunch of cunts nearly everyone is. They make a game with the sole purpose being team play, no way to win alone, and with each class bringing something important to the party. Game starts and they all run off in opposite directions. Snipers sat on the very edge of the level doing absolutely nothing, with no teammates in line of sight.
That'd be me.
Don't get me wrong, I've been having fun, but Jesus, people don't make it easy, do they?
It's like you say, Slipknot. Say it best, buddy. People equals shit.
People indeed equals shit. So yeah, thanks for that, Funk, and I'm looking forward to getting on that one. Well, presumably game night we get on that and have a good old go.
Yeah, we'll be all over that, I think, this game night.
Yeah, got to be done.
Not much else is being played, I believe.
I wouldn't have thought so, no, and I'm fine with that.
I'm very fine with that. I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a lot to say about that, I think, next week.
Gibbons. So finally from Funk, he says, I made the bold statement that there was now no games I wanted to buy except Pugwa whenever that comes out. As usual, I did no research. Do you reckon I missed anything? So he's after some suggestions for things to buy in the lead up to Christmas, buddy. He does have this caveat though for us, buddy. Funk says, "Fuck indie shit and fuck Sonic, obviously. Fuck them, fuck them right in the ear."
I mean, he's got a valid point there.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5 for Funk, straight off the bat.
Yes.
I mean, it's very close to Christmas, but that's a game that he should buy.
I think so.
Knowing his past with Far Cry's. And Far Cry 5 just does look very, very good.
It does. It looks
and
great.
It's got fishing.
It has got fishing.
I have to buy it as well.
Yeah, the closer that gets, the more I'm thinking, yeah, I think so, buddy.
I know.
Looks great, and it looks less soulless this time around. It looks like it's got more like grit and heart and interest there, just because of the setting, like being in the sort of Midwest America, and yeah, it just looks really cool and interesting. It's still got a lot of the elements of 3 and 4, but no, it does look nice. I'd probably say Wolfenstein as well. That's the other one I've kind of got my eye on.
Yeah, it's a possibility. That, and I mean, I don't know. I played a good few hours of, what was it, the one that we had? I can't remember. Not the new Colossus, the first. I can't remember the name of it now. Jesus, I gave it to you anyway, and I struggled to get fully into that game. You know, I was just going through the motions kind of thing, like, right, first person shooter, duck, cover, dip, dock, dive, dodge, and dip, or whatever it is.
The New Order.
There you go, the New Order. And I don't know, I didn't find much enjoyment in that game.
I'm just looking at it from the side of between Wolfenstein that you played and this one, Bethesda released Doom.
That is also true.
And that's probably worth noting when it comes to this.
Is this going to have the same run and gun as Doom, do you reckon?
I don't know. I watched a 15-20 minute video of a scene from this new Wolfenstein game, and the Nazis have taken over America, and they're in like a 50s, sort of a classic 50s American diner town. And I was completely sold. I just watched 15 minutes of footage, and I was like, I must play this game. It just looks amazing. Now, whether or not we chuck full whack at it or not, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we will, but it does look very,
that's the thing.
very
a lot
tasty.
of the games that are coming out, like from now to the end of the year, it's like, I'd love to play them, but do I want to part my cash with that? You know, do I want to buy that game for like 55 quid or whatever, like $70 or whatever it is in the States kind of thing? It's like, not really. I can't justify that kind of expense on a game that might be good, you know, and that's the worrying thing about it.
Yeah. I mean, other highlights, or I say highlights, other standouts. Obviously, you got COD on the way.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But
Need for Speed.
I'm really like, fuck me. I know we've got racing games coming out the wazoo, but every time a Need for Speed comes out, I'm like, come on,
I know, but then it's always shit.
It's always fucking balls, but I'm like, I want that arcade racing game experience. Not like Ridge Racer or whatever, because I never got on with them, but you know, that kind of, that racing game where you can just fucking throw the back end of the car out and it doesn't matter. You can just do it like all the time. Like, I want that. It's not going to happen though, is it? It's going to be shit.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is going to be shit. It will be.
But yeah, I don't know.
Other than that, there's nothing, frankly.
No. Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. and I will say as well, I know you said no indie shit, but the one that I'm still kind of keeping my eye on is
that
The Last
AI
Night.
one. Oh, what was the... no.
Which I just think looks amazing.
I remember the art style.
But it isn't coming to PS4.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't buy that then, buddy.
No, but it'll run on
I'll buy it and I'll let you know about it.
Well, I think that'll run on a VM, so...
Oh, yeah, I remember, we did have this discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very... See, I'd much rather play like that game than Axiom Verge kind of thing, because it's still got that 2D element, but it just looks fucking cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to gauge in any way with Cuphead, like how demanding it is.
Oh, no, not at all, but yeah.
Well, anyway, I think the shorter answer than all that was probably not a lot, Funk, but Far Cry certainly, Assassin's Creed maybe, and then you kind of spent into November, December time, to be honest. But thanks very much. Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the JfG Podcast at gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We wanna know.
Get on the show.
Get on the show, buddy, and PJ gets on the show this week with an interesting question here, and he says this. Did you see that F1 is already down to £35 on the store? It's been out for less than 2 months, hasn't it? Started at £55, so do they realise they're not pricing it correctly, but want to get it up into the AAA category? Or are they relying on chumps like us who love the game getting it day one?
Chumps!
Yeah, it's a short answer, and it's chumps, I suppose. I don't think it's a mistake pricing it there. I think they hoover up all of those day one sales. First week sales, and then it's almost, if you launch too high for mass market, then you're essentially launching twice, because you have your soft launch with the diehards who pick the game up straight away and desperately want to play it, and then 2 months down the line you have your next launch with a price point that is realistic and reasonable to people who aren't massive fans. They've got it right, frankly, and it is up to you whether you pay it. Now, with something like this, the amount of enjoyment we've got out of that thing, like already, it's been fantastic. Like I think we've had more fun on this F1 game than any of the others before.
Yeah,
like, already.
So the release date was August 25th. So it's literally a month and a couple of weeks, if that.
Yeah. So it's
already had like the £20 or £20 reduction on the store, but like you say, it's like they have that initial launch, get the chumps involved.
Hello,
and then, yeah, that'd be us, and then like slash the price and get like a few more in. I mean, obviously this is going back up to £55, I think now already, but one of the biggest games that I remember doing that was Skyrim. That fucking did really well.
Yo-yo.
It was in the top charts for fucking months. Due to the fact that it came out and then like literally within a month it was like, yeah, you can get it like half the price or whatever. And I didn't buy that game straight away off the bat because I was like, I just had a kid and I was like, I don't think I've got enough time to play these games anymore. But then when it went down to that price, I was like, I'd be stupid not to buy it at that kind of price. But yeah, like they can totally do this. There's nothing stopping them from doing it, and yeah, that is a tactic that has been used in the past and will continue to be used. And that is why, we spoke about this earlier with South Park: The Fractured Butthole. It's like we're not going to buy that straight off the bat like this week because we believe that it will go in a sale by the end of the year, if not early next year. And that's when we'll get it.
Yeah, it's a quirky game with a reasonably small target audience, and I think as such, it's the sort of thing that's ripe for a reduction really, really quickly. And F1 kind of falls into that camp as well, although it's done very, very well. The other thing to note, of course, is that they aren't making these swift wholesale changes to the price point on the physical releases, and it's still selling a great deal on physical copies as well. But they've just got a great deal of control over the way that they can price the game up and down on the stores. It's just the situation that they're in that they can do that, and that's why you'll see reductions kicking in line with, especially with sports games and stuff, in line with competitions, races, like events, that sort of thing. It's like you got to think of it like they're launching it twice, when they have the top dollar price and then they drop it for the first time.
Drop it like it's hot.
Like it's hot, buddy. And
just like it's hot.
And they make all that dollar. And I'm sure they've got a graph somewhere showing exactly how that looks, plotting the chart with it starting up the top there and the sales sort of dropping off and then jumping up again. It's that classic like MMO graph model, like on what was that game? The
Warcraft.
The game where you made games.
Oh, what, on the Xbox?
No, it was a PC game, and you played a load of it. It was like a simulator game where you sat in a garage and made video games. You named them and released them.
Oh, like Games Tycoon or whatever it was?
I can't remember what it was called. Game making simulation game.
I think it was just like...
Game Dev Tycoon.
There you go.
Yeah. It had a graph on it where you could see like the plotting the course of the MMO versus the server costs.
Yeah.
And it was really quite an elegant way of looking at it. Yeah. I think this is kind of similar with these big sort of releases.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for that, PJ. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 132. And what a time we've had this evening, of course.
I had fun by one and all. By one and all, I mean me and you.
Yeah.
I've had loads of fun. No one on the chat this week. I'm a bit upset by that.
Well, no.
Oh, well.
What can you...
I thought we were getting there. I thought we were, hitting the mainstream, getting those big views in.
Charting, yeah.
Charting, uncharting, erecting, directing, other phrases.
Unexpectably.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
Untouchabling.
Untouchabling.
Balls. Don't touch my balls.
No, well, we're here anyway, buddy, and we continue to be here, so it doesn't really matter. It's
updated website as well now. Just putting that out there. I need to say that again.
Lovely. What a lovely thing that is.
Yeah. Fucking whoop-de-doo, Basil.
Yeah.
Good news. Yeah.
Fucking...
Well, I mean, there's only one question that we need to answer.
Oh, you know it.
Well. What are we going to play now?
What are we going to play now?
Do we dare play Ghost Recon, Ghost War, Ghost Fighting, Ghost Simulator?
Well, I suspect there'll be a certain friendly neighbourhood FunCon when
Possibly.
we turn our consoles on.
Yeah.
Whether that's what we want to be doing at 10:20 after 4 or 5 beers, I don't really know.
I think that's a great idea.
As a first experience of that full whack, I'm not entirely convinced, but I suppose we'll play it by ear, buddy.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So there. You can find us on our spangly updated website, buddies, www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk.
And just by the way, I've unticked the box so you don't have to log in now.
You now no longer have to log in, which is something you literally can't do. So
yeah,
that's a subtle improvement already.
It's open to one and all.
We're just improving it. Even as we're recording, we've improved
multitasking, mate. That's what I do.
Amazing stuff.
I'm furiously masturbating continuously as well throughout this podcast.
We just assumed that was always the case.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Just constant. Unbelievable. Just...
the situation is in hand.
It's certainly. It's what you want. You can find us... Oh, as my TV just turns on its own.
It knows what's... I'll just turn the PlayStation
It so often does. I quite like it personally. The missus isn't so keen.
No, it's fine.
We're also on Facebook /the JfG Podcast, and our Twitter handle is @the JfG Podcast. You can also find us on a selection of video streaming sites, buddy, including the ChewTube there. Oh, ChewTube. You can find us on twitch.tv /the JfG Podcast and beam.pro, aka fucking mixer.com, if you fancy that as well. So do that. That'll be fun. We're on SoundCloud. patreon.com/justforgamers if you want to listen to an episode from 3,000 millennia ago that will never be updated again. Community. Yeah, community buddy. Come and join our PS4 community buddies if you've got a PS4. You're welcome to join it if you haven't, but you might feel a little left out. I don't really know. It's up to you. But yeah, there's stuff in there, and you can see it with your eyes, and you can add to it, and then we'll see that as well. It's a general sort of social media thing. You know how they work.
It's how these things work this
It's
day
just,
and age.
I don't know, mate.
You know.
It's not like this. Not like back in my day. We left our front doors open, and
Yeah. Had parties in the street.
yeah, people
You'd
went.
go to the pub,
people
smash
went missing
5 pints and
and-
drive home.
Forensic technology wasn't there to allow us to find them.
Women were in the kitchen and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. They didn't have any rights.
Simpler times.
Everyone was racist, and that was accepted. You know, back in the day.
And also pedos, I believe.
Yeah, loads of them, and
Yeah.
that was kind of the
Yeah.
done thing as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you
You know,
do.
the good old days.
Oh,
we're
man,
also
wasn't there a game about
on
that?
Google Plus, if that's how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. That took a turn.
Indeed.
We'll be back
Yeah,
next
well.
week, but until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook.com/the JfG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.